Hello everyone, this is Garrison Archangel Wednesday Warzone, and this is Paolo from the Garrison Archangel team. Good evening everyone. I went back to our usual time of about 10 p.m. GMT plus 8 because our last Wednesday Warzone I received a few complaints from people saying it was too early. So, well, I moved it back up to GMT +8 since we have a lot of people waiting all over the world. And yeah, this is the awaited November update. We changed a lot of stuff. We actually included a lot of new stuff too. You can say that many of the weapons we did in the update are basically new weapons. I'll show you guys shortly. Other than that, yeah, I think that's all we're gonna do. There's quite a long list. I'm looking at the list and I'm wondering how I can show all of this in a few hours. So, how are you guys? I just want to see who's online and asking questions. I will walk. Okay. Darn, I lost it. I lost it. I should have named the guy. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff you can find in the new update, which will make live pretty soon. One of them affects, most of them actually affect existing weapons in the game. Like the Balang Arrow, mostly relegated to a joke weapon, it can now do stuff like this. Wow, my eyes hurt. Also, did you guys notice something new? I just kinda dropped it on everyone. But we have a new UI update for the game. So it's still a work in progress. So who the heck are you? Get out of there. It's still a work in progress. But oh no, everyone saw that. Anyway, whatever. It's still a work in progress, but you are all seeing the new update for the UI, which is coming soon. Gives the game a more high-tech, chic, high-tech future punk kind of chic. So that with all the new weapons, November update is gonna be really huge. The divisions now in the life now represent 500 rather than 1000 life because they're now smaller, and as a result, heavier mechs will really fill like half of your screen. Like if you have a lot of HP and stability, it'll fill like almost half your screen. If you have lower, the same goes for boost. So if you have lower boost, it'll be that piddly little bar I have there. If you have a higher boost, it'll fill almost half the screen. So we also changed up how the weapons are presented in the diamond format. So shoulders go in front, back weapons in the lower. Shoulders are up because they're in front. Back weapons are in the back, which are lower because they're in the back, and then left and right. We felt like this is more, what do you call this? More intuitive to designate weapons. We might actually change or make a new control style for controllers. If we don't just go with button assignments, we might make a new controller style that handles this. But that's in the future. For now, it's just UI stuff. So we hope you guys are liking what you see. The new UI also handles other things like burning. Oh look, it's Mr. Fister from last episode. It also handles burning and other what do you call this? And other status effects. And yeah, what was I about to say? Wow, I lost track. Anyway, yeah, so the new UI handles the new status effects we're gonna put in the game, and we hope it looks more intuitive and better looking in general. And we're gonna add more stuff, like we might even change up how the main menus look in preparation for a single player game. Oh, and if you're seeing this, the winner of the Archangel Arms concept competition will also be included. The reskin category will also be included, but it's mostly because the person who won the reskin category sent us a file with a working mesh and everything. So as for the other winner, the one with the brand new equipment, we're still working on that. That one's different because we have to work with the creator for that. So thank you, Miku Sim, for giving us the Zikinil Pellegrina. Right now it's a bit wonky, especially given the limitations of our system, but it looks cool in certain angles, and in motion it actually looks cool. I guess I'll show you guys. So it's one of the only it's actually the only weapon in the game that uses a physics a physics system to move around. So it looks pretty it becomes wonky because, you know, it's a customizable game, parts will go through, and we didn't really make the game with cloth physics in mind. But we hope you guys, well, you guys voted for this, so we hope you guys are happy with what you're seeing. And like I said, the nuke has been changed. Oh, and I'll go back to discussing the other weapons. So the nuke has been changed. It now fires towards the opponent. It's a bombard weapon. It fires at the position the enemy was at when you fire it. So if the enemy was moving around, I guess I'll show it. If the enemy was moving around, it'll fire at that position. It doesn't really track. It doesn't really predict either. But it makes up for that with its huge AoE. So as you can see, it no longer goes back to your old position. It at least it flies towards the opponent, but it's slow, and given how big our arenas can be, at least in elimination mode, the enemy can dodge it easily. But because it's such a huge explosion, and because of its slow travel time, I think people can set up their own attacks with it. Ooh. Okay. Wow, Anubis is pretty tough. Yeah, you stay there. Oh, and we also buffed the... I think Anubis is showing it off. We also buffed the way thrown weapons work. They actually have their own system now. Their thrown weapons are their own class of weapons, and they actually benefit from both melee and ranged. So they're the only weapons in the game with a ranged attack that benefits from both melee and ranged, because they're thrown. So we hope that adds more flavor to you guys, to your builds with the Sci-Tech and the Halo Shield. So I'll just demonstrate, I guess. I didn't hit anything with a nuke. It ironically doesn't work if the arena's too big and the guy's always on the move. But for a small arena like in a duel fight, it might it'll be problematic to deal with. And of course, you can do the old trick of using the nuke. You fire it close to a wall or trap the enemy. There's still a lot of things you can do with it. Anyway, back to the changes. Okay, so the Halo Targe, it clips. I like the cape too, but like I said, it's gonna be really limited in how good it can look with our system. Okay, we also reduced the weight for the Trailblazer, the Illusion, and the Sidewinders to 750. So you can these options are now less costly. So okay, missiles. The sprung haft is also 750, and the new Agimat barrier system is 1000 weight. So we also changed the charge thruster. But I'll have to show the Gram Railgun first. Okay, and right, left. Let's give it the Sci-Tech. We also reduced the weight of the Sci-Tech to 1000. We actually moved around a lot of weights in this update. This is one of the biggest updates we've had so far. We also increased the weight of the Shanchang to match the Magnum Barrett, 1250. But the Sci-Tech is now 1000 rather than 1250. But it's also been buffed because its attack, its range attack now uses both range and melee modifiers. And the Mugen Zakura has also been moved up to 1000. The Gorgon has been moved down to 1000. I was gonna show off the damage values. Okay, right now I have a melee damage mod of 100. and I have a kill shot corrector. Okay, so my ranged attack should deal 10% more damage. Okay, let's do that. Ooh. Okay. So that attack deals 165. That attack deals 220. Note that the base damage for each attack is 150 and 200. So the reason for this is I am currently at 100% MDM and have a 10% range damage bonus. If I was at higher MDM, this attack would probably deal even more damage than it does now. So it's gonna the Halo Shield and the Sci-Tech are gonna be the only weapons in the game that benefit from both ranged and melee for their thrown attack due to their nature as thrown weapons. I actually want to say this now because in the future we will be adding more thrown weapon types to the game. Other than that, the shoulder Trailblazers now have no startup. They just you can just kinda move and then zoom forward like an illusion thruster back. And it does minimal attack, minimal damage, but it moves you forward with no startup. So we buffed it basically. And we gave the current startup for the Trailblazer to the Charger Thruster because people kept talking about that. Biggest change in this set I'm using is the railgun. So it charges up to 5 times and fires the 1000 damage shot. The reason for this is because we want to make the railgun more unpredictable. So you can fire it earlier and it deals less damage. So but it also has a long reload time. So you have to judge if you wanna take the full shot or just tap and fire or just cancel it. So there, 400 damage. Or such a long startup time. Anyway, that startup time is there because you can deal 1000 damage and it's hit scan. That means the enemy has to guess correctly that you want to fully charge the railgun and dodge at the exact moment the 1000 mark hits. Because in the old railgun there was only one timing and the game gave you enough warning for it. Now you can fire off a shot and the enemy has to guess if you're firing it now or later. But as soon as you go into that, you're committed to that. So as soon as you release, the railgun will fire. And you have to wait for a long cooldown time. But note again that this is a hit scan weapon. The only way to bypass it is to have like a shield up or to dodge it correctly. If you don't have a shield, your only option is to guess correctly that the guy will fire at the moment you're dodging. So that's 1000 at a full charge, by the way. So that's one of the major changes. We hope you guys like the change to the railgun. The Agimat barriers have been adjusted since we last showed them. They create a shield of 1000 armor and 1000 stability before they fade. Also, the Schaefers now fire a napalm blast that deal minimal damage but apply stacks of burning. Now, how does burning work? Burning has a max stack, we call it a stack, of 10 seconds. Per second of those 10 seconds, you deal 25 damage that's not mitigated by armor or deflection. So the way to it's one of the only things in the game that really goes past deflection, but because it's so minimal, you want to keep applying stacks to your opponent. And it now reloads like the Peacemaker, which is it only reloads if it's emptied. But with the new napalm option, it now can do two things, so it's up to you. And both shots of the Schaefer don't deal stability damage. So as you can see here, I have to keep maintaining my distance. If the guy stuns me, I have no way to answer that. Maybe I'll use my barrier, but I have to wait for my barrier to recharge. And the barrier only the barrier blocks 1000 stability or armor. If any of those run out, the barrier turns off. And the barrier, like I said, the barrier only provides you an extra dose. An extra amount of those values. So it's like an extra amount of life that you don't see before it affects your stability and your health. So it's really hard to play just Schaefer, but it's a good way to like help whatever build you have. Oops. Darn, even now. Oasis, always so strong. Okay, the barrier will have to save my life, yeah. So that, I displayed how to use the barrier. It basically will block 1000 worth of stab or armor damage. So the enemy has to choose what he's better at doing, the stabilizing or damaging the opponent. Oh, do you notice that I'm also burning as a result of being hit by the swarm missiles? We've decided to give swarm missiles both shoulder and back burning effect. But we also adjusted the reload time for the missiles. Back missiles now, back swarms, we call them Yulong, they now reload 7 seconds rather than 10 seconds for a full brace. So now you use swarm missiles really to inflict the burning ailment and basically harass the enemy. The enemy will basically keep taking damage. It really just helps you win the damage race. That's why I'm having a hard time here, because Typhoon Oasis has a lot of health. I have to keep maintaining a barrier if I want to survive the hard-hitting blows. So this is an interesting build. I am interested to see what other broken builds people do. Schaefers now have the weakness of you can't reload them anytime you want, but they have more utility now. And you have to wait. You have to be more patient in using them. So, wow, I'm seeing some things with the barrier. I might have to adjust the the cooldown. It's pretty strong. I can just like maintain a okay, and then just burn you. And then I'll block some of that and just concentrate on running. So the barrier provides new avenues for people rather than just using shields. You can just use the barrier and continue attacking while you have the barrier up. And we decided to nerf homing lasers. We basically reduced their lifetime and the number of ticks they deal in terms of damage. We reduced 1 tick per homing laser. So that's one of the fixes we did. And we, like I said, we moved around a lot of weights. I guess I'll go over them. So Fusion Blade is mostly unchanged. ETAC is also unchanged. Dominus is unchanged. Blutrider still maintains its 750 rank, but we reduced the base damage of the axe attacks, and we also removed certain properties from the attack, particularly the neutral of the Blutrider neutral attack no longer has hyper armor. Magnum Barret's damage for side attacks have been reduced, particularly the stab. They now do 200-250 per hit, but they can hit twice because it's such a fast attack. Nerocrucis hasn't been changed. Cytek's weight has been reduced, and we maintained the old damage values. Nerocrucis still has the same values. Shanchang has been increased to 1250. I think it was an oversight that we kept it at 1000. It'll be on the same weight class as the Magnum Barret, because we feel like it has the utility of a gun and the capabilities of a melee weapon, so it should be at least as heavy as the damage dealing guns. Gorgon has been reduced to 1000 weight. We felt like its capabilities don't make it doesn't deserve its 1250 weight basically. So Mugen Zakura has been put up to 1000. Labris is still 15. We changed up the Labris, although I'm not able to show it completely just yet. Schaefer is 1000 from 750 if I remember correctly. And you saw the changes. The shields have been modified. They now have a closer shield durability to each other. Interdictors are 1000, Guardsmen are 1250, and Bulwarks are 1500. Halo shields have the same as... yeah, they're 1000 too. But they now also have that capability as thrown weapons to deal... their damage is modified by both melee damage modifier and damage modifier and range damage bonuses. So we maintained it 750 weight, but as that you can buff it with both ranged and melee. So I think I've gone over it. Yeah, sorry, I have to show the change we're gonna do for Labris Gigantes, which is basically we changed up how the charge attack works. In my opinion, in the old build it was really wonky because the charge happened at the end of the animation. So now you can just tap to do level 1. At the start of the animations, you immediately can use... it immediately gets to the level as soon as it reaches the next step of the animation. It's really harder to explain. In the old version of the Labris Gigantes, there was a point at the animation at which you reached level 1. Before you had to reach the end of that pose. So now we intend to basically change the point at which you reach level 1, 2, and 3 at the start of the animations. It'll look a little smoother. That's what I hope anyway. And make Labris better overall to play as. We also have not put it yet. Okay. Anyway, that's another change. With the new system, because the charges are gonna seem faster and more fluid, we intend to apply the same shield half speed if you move around effect, because it really looks weird when you're in the Labris and you slide around really fast without boosting. So right now I think it's not applied yet. But anyway, we hope it makes using Labris better compared to before. Anyway, now I'm just looking over the list to see what else I missed. I think that's it. I hope you guys are liking what you see, especially regarding the new UI, and you'll be seeing it soon. We're just fixing some stuff and we'll put it in the game in the next update for November. Okay, so that's combat UI. Other than Mugen Sakura. Oh yeah, we showed this in the last episode, but I guess I'll show it again. We changed up how the Strelka unprimed works, so it's a really fast... all directions are really fast. But we decided to maintain the iframe back attack. So you still have utility even if you're unprimed. It won't deal as much damage, but it's really quick compared to this. Now if you're primed, then you have the powerful attack. We also fixed the tracking, but it's slower. So all the attacks that I showed earlier have a noticeable wind-up. Look at my blood magic. Die. Okay, so that's most of the changes. I'm looking over the list. Did I miss some? I think I discussed everything you're gonna see this November, and I think you guys will find that a lot of this new stuff basically changes how weapons play, and they're basically new weapons essentially. So Rude Boy is now ruder than ever. We hope the swarm missiles will see a lot more play again due to their burning. Oh look, I didn't hit him. Die. Okay. Oh, and Mugen Sakura, look at that. How chuny can I get? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this new system also allows us to it also allows us to show on the UI much better certain systems that were in the game, that is particularly Mugen Sakura's directional indicators. So Mugen Sakura users now rejoice. They don't have to memorize too many things now. They don't use level 4 a lot anyway. It's mostly just me because I like being stylish. So anyway, that is a lot of that is a lot. I think I skipped over some, but you guys will have a lot to explore when it comes out. Die, shitty, and that's it. Now I will go to the question and answer problem. Question and answer. Hello, it time. It here. My cape. Yes, it is, Sim. Hello, yo, new UI. Whoa. The November hype is real. Thank you. Cheers and thanks for what looks to be a kick-ass month. Now back to work. Okay, thank you. Double cape when? We can make that. I don't know if it should be a joke weapon. Maybe we'll hide it behind the cheat. Your accent sounds Filipino because I am Filipino. Oh boy, 200% for damage boomerang spam. Yes! Please, I do want to see that. If you can do 200% damage boomerang spam, I want to see that. Side thrusters, oh boy, oh no, oh yes. Flamethrower, oh boy. Yep, new internals. Oh my gosh, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Yes, I knew I was missing something. Okay, we have some new internals. I won't mess with Rude Boy. He's rude. He's super rude. He's our rude boy. Let's see who I can use. Okay, I can break apart. Okay, so the new internals are as follows. You have the inertial assault augmenters. Basically, these are the hyper armor internals I've been talking about. And you have Hema, the high no! Oh, they're here. Thank you. Thank you for putting Hema in the game. Hema is the high efficiency management array, if I remember correctly. Darn, I named it and I forgot. It changes weapon cooldowns, modifies them so they're 10% faster. And then you have the stabilizer extension, which actually moves your stability threshold by 10%. So 500 weight for that. And then you have the high speed energy condensers, which regenerate boost by 10%. So there's a lot more options here. If you want to be a boost monster, you now have 3 complete equipment for your boost. You have boost capacitors, you have high energy condensers, and you have the lag actuator upgrade if you want to jump around really quickly. Like I said, pads has been reduced to 500 weight since it's no longer a deflection internal. Hema and the internal assault Hema affects all weapons in the game that have a cooldown indicator in the bar in the UI, like a bar in the UI. Okay, wait, I have the charger thruster. Is this a speed build? Oh, it is a speed build. Okay. I don't like the sword though. I don't like the sword. Yeah, give me my classic baby, Dominus. But I'm overloaded. I'm sad. Anyway, I'll just show it. Let's do it. Test versus someone. Someone that Paulo can deal with. Okay, let's go. Bruce, stop. Oh wow, that missile. Did you plan this, Bruce? Paulo gets owned. I didn't feel the 75%. It's probably because I have such a low stability, but let's see if I stick it on my Mr. Surprise build. I'll stick it on my Mr. Surprise build and see what happens. But the HEMA basically pumps up the stability damage to 75%. It's good for stability. Sorry, the stability reduction of hyper armor is pushed up to 75%, because normally it's 50%. It basically shaves off 50% of incoming stab damage if you're in a hyper armored state. HEMA increases that value to 25% for the low cost of 100 weight, but it's very specific only to hyper armor. I'll mess with Cavalier. I hope he forgives me. Okay, so Quaggo, Dawan, Kappa, Simeon, Myrmidon. Okay, let's go. Let's go with my usual, which is Mammoth, and then Quaggo, and then look, guys, Paulo's building his mech. Shrike, and then Quaggo, and then Domi, and then SMG. I don't care about the colors, I just want to see. And then Chelyabinsk, and then Kreutz, and then no need for a U anymore. Then let's put HEMA. No. Ah, too heavy. Sad. Damn. Okay, let's go. Let's go for mix. Okay, yeah, let's go for that. My usual is stability enhancement, so okay, let's see how this works. This is a more so that would have normally downed me, because that's a Mugen Sakura dealing 400 damage, stab damage, so it requires him to hit me twice. He's a strength build, so he's not actually just dealing 400, he's dealing like what, 600, 500, and I'm able to block that and still be above threshold. So I feel like the HEMA, I keep calling it HEMA, the inertial assault augmenters will help people who use the Naracruces, who use the Labris, who use the Dominus, basically anyone who uses hyper armor. It'll help with their moves, and it's a very cheap internal, and it helps the hyper armor gameplay. But it also punishes me. For example, if I'm below stability threshold and I hyper armor, I'll probably take more damage. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm standing after a powered up Mugen Sakura. We also intend to change, though it's not here yet, the cross thrusters, detecting whether you're close to the floor or the ceiling before diving or jumping up. So that'll be in at the end of the month. Whoa, no. Ah, rude boy. Ah, rude boy. God damn. Ah, rude boy. Stop being so rude. Stop being so lewd. Nice 1000. That wasn't a solid, just 1000 though. Okay. Well, it's really a bad indicator, but I did display earlier. It's just more options. Anyway, Labr's fast boost. So much updates. Champion mech. Oh yeah, sorry. We'll also try to add the champion mechs at the end of the month. We're just waiting for basically data, and we'll add it in the next update we put in. It'll probably be in preview. If not preview, then straight to public, which is rare. But we do intend to have it, what you see here as the November patch update. So there's a lot of new stuff. Anyway, let's answer some questions before I end the show. It's been, what, 30 minutes? 40 minutes? Wow, wow, wow! Why are you not loading? Why are you not loading? Why are you not loading? Let's load. Oh no. Okay, let's go. Next. It's out. Are you out? Are you there? Any other internals planned? Not for this month, but we do want to keep adding more. Dominus buffs, nuke changes, adjustments to Mars Relka moves. Yeah. New map reveals. Oh, no map reveals right now. Maybe next week. 200%. Boomerangs now possible. Chargeable railgun added. I do want to see someone run 200% damage boomerangs and see if that wins in the game. Because even by my calculation, that's just like 400. Chargeable railgun added. Tons of weight changes. Random RS nerf and Gorgon buff. Swarms have burned now. Railgun got changed quick. Gold job. Okay, what about the trailer contest? Sure. I don't know. We'll see about a prize. That sounds like a good idea, Rocky. Alright. But at the same time, I feel like there are only a few people in the community right now who can do a trailer. It's not like I said, like the weapon concept contest that you can just say, you can have an idea and then it boils down to how many people like your idea. Like the Zeke Neal, I don't know why people really like the Zeke Neal. I mean, I like it. It looks cool now, but it's really, personally, I feel like we didn't intend to have cloth in the game, so it's like it feels stacked on. But that's just my opinion. I've been shilling the game with the old trailer. Fuck. Yes, the game does need a new trailer, though. I agree. Thank you for shilling the game with the old trailer. We do want to create a new trailer, especially without the game. How the game looks now, it looks so different, so new. A lot of cool stuff. Nuke flies towards the opponent. So that nuke flies towards the opponent because it's so pretty to look at. Anyway, yeah, so thank you very much for supporting us the entire time. And we do intend to create a new trailer. I don't know why I'm suddenly losing track of what I'm supposed to do. I think it's because I covered everything. Anyway, people are actually asking for Dominus buffs, and I feel like the end of a meme. We'll see what Dominus buffs can come in. New anime trailer. Please make us big in Japan. Okay. New fashion contest with the mechs. I feel it's too soon for a fashion contest. Maybe next year. Probably January. I know Maple is planning a February contest, so we'll have something for you guys come December, don't worry. But for November, I feel like another fashion contest this soon. I don't think it's that. You have to release my Chuny limiter so I can make you famous in Japan. I'm not holding your Chuny limiter. You can be as Chuny as you want. Anyway, so that's it. I think we've covered all the bases for now, but there's more to come in the future. So please just stay tuned. I'll have a proper Archangel announcement coming up soon to describe all the changes we've done, and you'll be seeing this. This will drop in preview pretty soon. We just have to iron up the rest of the UI changes. So I'll just play a game and see if I screwed up somewhere. Probably need more damage. Yeah, or more armor. Ah, I should wait for my IC. It's my playstyle. It's my playstyle the entire time. Paulo, you don't trust your mech. You don't believe in the heart of the Archangels. Probably just need more boost. Actually don't need the internal that much. Ooh. Yeah, I just need to be more patient. Okay. So I think that's it. If there are any more questions, I think I'll end Wednesday Warzone on that. Arigato, Power-san. Thank you to Rocky Dono. And enjoy seeing Cavalier get bodied. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Kind of chill. I don't know why I'm out of it. But I showed a lot of stuff. I hope you guys are excited for the coming changes to our November patch. Once again, this was Paulo. Thank you from the Garrison Archangel team. Not just Paulo. You see us. There's a lot of us in the Discord channel. Some of us are actually watching the video now and reminding me what to show off. And that was Wednesday Warzone. Thank you very much, everyone. And Sara, bye bye.